I welcome all the eminent architects from Bangalore, and some of them are from outside, to this august and very rare gathering of very senior and junior architects in the profession, as well as the senior-most academicians, and many of them will be filtering in slowly through the day. It is a day-long workshop, and it is the second day of the workshop. Yesterday we had the first day where we dealt with the PG program, M.arch Habitat Design from BMS and M.arch Urban Design of RVCE Bangalore. I must thank BMS Educational Trust and BMS College of Engineering, Department of Architecture, Professor Madhuchand HOD of Architecture, Dr Mamata Raj, who is also from BMS and Board of Studies member, for making this possible and giving us the venue for this gathering. I also thank the Visveswaraya Technological University, Belgaum, for hosting this event. And they have given us, the Board of Studies, the permission to conduct a 2-day workshop. And we felt it is very essential. And I will first introduce to you our Board of Studies members who are present here. Architect Bharath Gowda, please give him a big hand. He is a product of UVCE, and he was very disgruntled with how architecture is taught. He went to the US and did his M.tech in structures. He stayed behind for 10 years, but he has come back here with a bang. And then when Vice Chancellor asked me to give the names of 2 experts, immediately I recollected his name because he can look after the structural part of the syllabus, the technology part of the syllabus. So he is with us today. And besides Bharat, we have Dr Rama Subramaniam, head of the department from Dayanand Sagar College of Engineering. Here comes Prashant Pole. MASA, give him a big hand. Yeah. We also, yesterday Dr Rama conducted the first day of the workshop at Dayanand Sagar for postgraduate program. And we also have Dr Mamata Raj, senior professor from BMS College. And Professor Nischita, head of the department of Gomte Institute of Technology from Belgaum. And our senior most professor, Dr Shivakumar from Acharya Institute of Technology. He is the first batch of UVCE. He is still kicking. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. And the other BOS members, anyone here present? Oh yeah, welcome. Paranjyothi from Gulbarga, she has come all the way. So anyone else? I'm not able to see. Yeah. So some of them are absent today. Bhavane had a puncture on Mysore Road. He is coming. Professor Bhavane from RV College. So this workshop has been possible because of the support of MASA Prashant Pole and others who have come here from senior architects, and also Indian Institute of Architects, Karnataka chapter, our architect Wadayar and Harun Salim. They have not yet come. They will be coming, I suppose. So thank you very much, both these organizations. Please give them a big hand. Without their support, we will not be able to have our lunch and other things. Thank you. And now coming to the Board of Studies, which was formed recently. These 9 members have been nominated by the Vice Chancellor and the Registrar, and they have asked us to perform certain tasks. One is the revision, ongoing process of revision of syllabus. And they have felt the need for the academicians to interact with the profession, building industry, practicing architects. Especially in engineering, they are having serious problem the engineers who graduate from these several thousands of colleges, maybe 3,000 or 4,000 colleges in the country, several lakhs are unemployed, several lakh seats are not filled up. So they have a serious problem, the engineers. So they have also added us with that gang and asked us to look into what the industry requires, what the building industry requires, what senior practicing architects require in their office, what are the expectations from the students who graduate from, right now in Karnataka, about 22 architecture schools. We have right in the north, Gulbarga, then 2 schools in Bijapur, Maliksandal and Bda. 2 schools are there. Hubli, there is a school, old school, and Belgaum, there is a school now. And on this side, we have Manipal, which is not under VTU. University School of Design in Mysore is not under VTU. Similarly, Bangalore University, our oldest School of Architecture, maybe 60 years old. Professor Mukunda and Shivakumar are here from ancient times. 67 years old institution, that is the oldest. Yes. And we have also BMS School of Architecture 1980, 33 years old, Ramaya, RV College, and now the spurt of new institutions, SJB, Professor Dr Chandrashekar, Dean of the new institution is here. And then we have Acharya, is he coming? Professor Bhatt, Vasant Bhatt. Yeah, yes. And like this, 22 schools are there now. And we have a big task in hand in training our students to make them profession-oriented also. Because some of them go away into research and teaching and other avenues into the building industry. So now I again thank architect Bharath Gowda for having put up these eminent people. We have with us architect Prem Chandarwarkar. Please give him a big hand. He is from the oldest office in town, Chandarwarkar and Thakur. And architect Ravindra is here. Architect Ravindra Kumar is here. Architect Rohit Marol. Yes, please give him a big hand. Architect Smaran Mallesh. Yeah, is that you? Yeah, yes. Architect Srinivas SG. Sujit Nair. They were my students. I am very happy to see you again and contributing. Architect Suresh Murthy is here from RV College. Yeah. Architect Praveen Bavdekar from Belgaum. They give him a big hand. Prasanna Kumar, you're the next speaker. Yeah. Yes, and he happens to be the classmate of our present registrar of the university, Dr. Prakash, in UG as well as PG M.tech structures. He was his classmate. Architect Nitya Srinivasan is here. No. Architect Kiran Venkatesh. Architect Nirup Jayant. Architect Dinesh and Deepa Rao. Oh. Architect Chitra Vishwanathan. She'll be coming? Yeah. Architect Bijoy Ramchandran. Professor K.S. Anant Krishna will be coming in the evening. Yeah. And besides that, we have Architect Tushar Vasudevan. Yes? Yeah. Architect Vatsala Dakuna, I just saw. Yes. You have an important subject. And Architect Vidyadhar Wadayar, he will be coming. And finally, Architect Vijay Naranapati. Yes. So today's workshop is about the revision process and revision of syllabus, scheme, examinations. This is an ongoing process in the university. Every 2-3 years they take it up, and it is required because times are changing. Change is the only constant, and we have to become like in our mythology we have Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. So Brahma is the creator of, here is the creator of new subjects. And Vishnu is the preserver. All of you who teach in the colleges, you teach that subject, you preserve it. And finally, we remove the subjects. Destroyer. Certain subjects become obsolete. So certain parts of the subject also become obsolete. So we have to destroy or remove it. Okay. Now coming back to today's event, Bharath Gowda hit upon this idea, and he has lined up some of the subjects. I don't think I have covered all the subjects. So he has selected, we have requested architects to select the subject of their choice and describe to us in 20 minutes how it is taught and how it should be taught, no? And what are the changes to be made, what should be the approach. And there is another interesting thing is, most of you are from different backgrounds. Some of you from East, maybe IIT. I am from IIT, Kharagpur, 70-75 batch. Some of you are from SPI Delhi, some from JJ School or Nagpur or Hyderabad, no, varied background. Many of you are from Bangalore itself. So the way it is taught in those schools will be influencing the way you talk or the way you teach the subject. There is definitely an influence from the school in the subconscious. Now, there are a number of subjects which you are going to discuss today. One is, some of these subjects are, let us classify them quickly, and then you all can take over from me. There are certain scientific subjects which are taught even by scientists and engineers. We even call them over to teach such subjects, like say acoustics was taught to me by in IIT long back by doctorate in acoustics. He came from the basic sciences. Then we have subjects which are technology oriented. Structural expert is here. He is going to talk. You're going to talk about structures? No. Yeah. And so many of them from air conditioning or electrical engineering, technology oriented subjects. They have to be taught. And we have hands-on handicrafts and art subjects. And of course, our architectural design, isn't it? So architectural design you are not taking up today, isn't it? But you have to keep that in your background, because all these subjects which we teach our students in 5 years' time, the 5th year now is gone because of practical training. So in 4 years or 8 semesters, we teach about 8 into 4, about 25-30 subjects. Yeah.
We are having an exclusive design workshop next month.
Yes.
For the design studio, we are having next month.
Yes, we are having an exclusive discussion only on design, where we will be inviting some more senior architects, and all of you are welcome. Now coming back to these subjects, for example, scientific subjects, the science is based on facts and based on logic, rationality, and logic and rationality, and mathematics and geometry. These are all scientific subjects. Here you need memory. So memorizing is important, to remember important things. Otherwise you won't even remember the name of the subject, you won't remember your own name. So there are ways of improving memory. One is eating carrots. So we can bring carrots to the class along with a stick. So sometimes we teach, sometimes we are facilitators, taskmasters. So the teacher is a varied personality. And then both these subjects, it should be taught according to me. Part of it is memory, there is no escape from that. And mostly it is understanding. So what is the difference between memorizing and understanding? The teacher must be very clear about it, so also the student. And understanding is because of analysis. Analysis is breaking up into parts and looking at the whole, the structure and the components and the relationship between these parts, the various relationships between these parts. That leads to understanding, because you know the structure, you know the components, you know the relationships, so you can't forget. You don't have to memorize if you understand. And understanding leads to clarity. Clarity leads to automatic action, instantaneous action. If you're clear, you go ahead. If you know, you can speak. If you don't know, your mouth will do baba baba, you can't speak, nothing comes out. So the memory part is memory recall, like in a computer. You press it, it comes out again, jumps out. So this is important. But there is a vast part of the human mind which is empty and which is all the time receiving fresh information. So the teachers of architecture must have a very clear idea about memory, memorizing, understanding, and also experiencing. Spatial experience has nothing to do with memory. The very fact that you're hearing me, this light is coming, all that is spatial experiencing. There are subjects which have spatial experiencing involved, like in the crafts and art subjects and architecture. So actually taking a student to Tanjavur Brihadishwara temple and putting him in the front of it is different from what you can teach by showing some PowerPoint presentation in the class. There's a huge difference. So most of our architecture and art subjects, we need to take students out and make them feel space around the building, inside the building. Satya Prakash does it very well, no? Design, walk and talk and all that. That is one example. Then coming to skills, there are various skills which he has to pick up. So most of the students who come into architecture through that NATA, they think that they are very good at some rangoli and sketching, and all that is a thing of the past. Sketching is a skill. They confuse between art and art form and art medium. Some of them know to use the pencil or watercolor, and they can exactly represent like a photograph. So that is a skill. That is not art. It is an art form. So what is art has to be understood, because architecture belongs to art finally. It makes use of science and technology, but it is definitely an art form. Here, it is an art form because there is synthesis finally involved. You put together so many things, like in a composition or like in cooking, and so many art forms. You put together in dance or whatever art form, you put together so many things, and that is synthesis, all the layers you put together. Now, the difference between skill and synthesis, you put together so many things, like in a composition or like in cooking, and so many art forms. You put together in dance or whatever art form, you put together so many things, and that is synthesis, all the layers you put together. Now, the difference between skill and synthesis has to be understood. Between skill and art form has to be understood by the students as well as the teachers of design. Most of the teachers of design who walk into class, anyway, we're not talking design today, they think it's a very easy task. It is not. It's a very tough, difficult task, handling even building construction or graphics or visual arts, any of these subjects. Actually going and teaching and sitting down day after day for the whole semester, some 30-40 times, is not very easy. It is very time consuming and it takes your energy. Now, coming to art, and what is art and what is not art has been explained very clearly in a book by Ayn Rand, that is the Romantic Manifesto, which is a book on aesthetics. So here, she clearly, Ayn Rand puts it very clearly, very simply, that art is the concretization of philosophy, which is your view or my view, anybody's normative view of existence. So metaphysics should be taught as a subject, is not taught as a subject. And this is a skill. To express art is required right from beginning of mankind to now. Architecture is also an art form. It is required to translate abstraction, very complex ideas, into 2D, 3D reality. So here, the question what I am going to pose to you for the next whole day, what you are going to discuss, is whether art should be taught in an objective way, or everyone feels no, it is subjective. So here also, I feel very strongly, art is highly objective, only the way they achieve the synthesis is subjective. So similarly, in architectural design as well, the entire process, the decision-making process from the beginning, from the first step to the analysis to the program, has to be objective. And the translation into 2D, 3D by the candidate or the architect or the student, The synthesis part is a skill which he has to acquire from the first semester to the 10th semester and beyond into practice. The skill level slowly increases. He is able to do better synthesis of so many layers, and that is subjective. But the program, the ambience he wants to achieve, he has to declare as an objective program. So with this brief introduction to how subjects should be taught in architecture, I mean, it takes many more hours of discussion. So I leave you to the experts. Thank you very much.